Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a EU Historical Rules event today. We're covering server number 2. Kowtow is covering server number 1. That'll be in the pinned comment once we get there. But our first map here is the Hagerstown Turnpike. You're seeing an overview of that. Followed up by our second map, the Bloody Lane. It'll be very exciting to see both of these matches, especially Bloody Lane. I love that map. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get live broadcast of everything we do. You can advertise your regiment at the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of events with no commentary and UI. With that being said, our teams for today, on the Union side, we got the 1st United States Sharpshooters, we got the Army of Northern Virginia, 6th Alabama, 9th Corps, Serpents Brigade, and the Tennessee Brigade. On the Confederate side, you got Jenkins Brigade, 20th Georgia, Davis Brigade, Hood's Division, Lee's French Legion, and the Shenandoah Regulars. And that being said, our server size today, it's about a 170-man server. CSA outnumbering by 7 or so. However, Union not taking any artillery. CSA taking 10. So infantry-wise, pretty even. Union artillery is way far back here. You can kind of see them in the center there. So it's going to be very difficult for them to be effective. It takes a couple minutes to roll the guns up top. So round has started. On the top right side of the screen, we got the ANV nose. Killer himself. He is moving out with his guys. That looks a little better than it did a moment ago. But yeah, we'd like to thank Killer here for doing this, even though he's not. There we go. Good enough. And then also on the top left side for our CSA perspective, we got Tall Gray with the Shenandoah Regulars. Very appreciative of both of them to come on and be frontline reporters. Kind of nice to see a ground view of the battle. So Killer starting to push his guys up with ANV, hitting CSA. We can quickly look at the CSA defense. You got Hood's Division in the backside right now with LFL kind of up in front, engaging the ANV. You can see what it is like for ANV here as they're just kind of looking into the woods right now. Obviously, they're in a nicer spot. You can kind of see them there in the distance, but that CSA holding in the woods, not very surprising. Towards the right side, you have some JB artillery with Jenkins Brigade. You got SR and Davis Brigade here, and we can see that from Tall Gray's view here. Just looking out into the field, obviously a man in front of him, but you got more LFL guys on the guns, and then a CSA company, 20th Georgia here, up to the right side. Union on the contrary. We saw ANV on the right. On the left, though, you got Serpents Brigade and 1st U.S. Sharps. And then to the right, 9th Corps pushing forward there with Dragon. And I think Tennessee Brigade and 6th Alabama over here. Yep. You got Tennessee Brigade pushing up here.
Right at that fucking fence.
Go left.
Wipe that flag.
So volley from them. So the interesting part with historical rules, if you don't know, this EU event is there's no Steam chat, so all the communication you see is through the ground, sending runners, officers talking in game. No text chat within the game, which is normally on the bottom left side of your screen, but we don't usually show that here. So it can make it very interesting in terms of attacker strategy. Same with defense, just trying to figure out how things are going without a Steam chat. Union approach, I mean, it's really weird. You got 172 guys here on the battlefield, but it really doesn't feel like it, which is the interesting part. Confederate group moving further out, A and B kind of shifting over to where CSA is at. Taking some shots there. You got, looks like 6 Alabama is pulling up to their left side right now. Going to try to engage the LFL, who is kind of running off to the side here. So, actually that was LFL who pushed up. Mostly LFL's here.
Allez, à gauche, avec moi, double quick à la main.
On est pas
Changez de chargement.
Looks like Alpha's going to try to keep the pressure. 5 minutes into the round, they start at the 40-minute mark. So although it's technically 10 minutes, it's really 5 into the fighting. And that's the interesting part about having the round not start at 40. A and V's pushing up on this right side, but by them not starting at the 40-minute mark or 45-minute mark, that really kind of constrains the attackers. Every minute counts in a slower paced event like this. It can make it difficult for the attackers to do stuff efficiently. Looking back on the other side of the field, nothing really going on, just a lot of shots happening there. So we got Tagre with SR on this side. Looking at the glorious tab screen. Just look how beautiful this game is from spectator and from the ground view. Obviously, those shots from where they're shooting at are going to be a little difficult to do effectively. It's just hard shots in this game. Shooting is hard. The game doesn't tell you if you kill, so you don't know how well you're aiming.
Rentrez dans des alvéoles. Visez au ras de la butte.
Ah putain.
Ok, messieurs. Mettez-vous dans les alvéoles.
So both sides ticket-wise, Union's getting ahead of CSA only by a little bit though.
On me, boys. Take
Take
it.
it!
Take it.
Cut the grass, cut the grass, cut the grass!
Cut the grass.
Fire!
Fire.
Break low, pull back to me.
So we'll see if Union tries to move to capping the point or just kind of keeping the Confederates down. Union not really, or I guess Confederates aren't really defending the center there. They are with these guys, but points here, and it's a large radius. What the point is, and by me saying radius, it almost sounds like the point's a circle when it's not. It's really weird. So Union's starting to shift away from this side here. A and V's starting to move around. It's really weird. I've always seen 6 Alabama separate from A and V, and so that's why I call them separate. But they are kind of acting as 2 separate groups. But A and V is kind of moving towards the point right now. Maybe 6 Alabama's following. They are indeed. And oh, thank you for Moss. I appreciate the Steam message. It's glad to be watching you guys LFL again. It's great. So you can see SR, DB, JB starting on these K-Sons, starting to look a little left to engage. A and V who's pushing over towards the point. They are capping the point, and that makes total sense, right? Makes total sense, right? As we were talking about, the pace of Union's very slow right now. Obviously, with starting at the 40-minute mark instead of 45, that's going to slow you down. But by capping the point, it stops the black timer. It brings everybody's tickets down because the defenders have to retake the point while the black timer stops. And obviously, there's going to be deaths. Everyone's going down. 6 Alabama charging, right? They can't use bayonets or sprinting until the 30-minute mark. I'm pretty sure. So that's why it looked kind of weird for them going up, but that's why. But Union capture point. And the rest of A and B is pushing up.
Get the bats. No sprinting. Some here on the left.
No sprinting, so they're just kind of half going at each other, whacking each other with the back of their guns here. Just a bunch of dudes clubbing each other. This is great.
God, is that enemy to our east?
Union actually pushing up on this right side as well. You got 9th Corps there with the first 2 as Sharps. Severance Brigade pushing up on their side, but Union winning on this side. That's what I do think about this That's what I do think about the altered rule set, because the rule set for this is that, right, 30-minute before then you can't sprint, you can't have bayonets, right? But honestly, they could charge each other and still do everything about the same. It might be a little rougher trying to charge in. Obviously, your opponent has a little more time to reload since you're not sprinting towards them, but it's not by much time. So I do think quote-unquote charging can still work before the 30-minute mark. It'll just look funny, and it's great. CSA is starting to push back. 20th Georgia is, as Union kind of takes that up. And I mean, for all we could know, Union could hold this for the next 18 minutes and just outright win the game, right? It's based on that gold timer.
Shoot at the independent.
6 PI, I have not seen those tags before.
Independent in front.
Hold your six.
So Union kind of holding up on the straight fence with A&V kind of in the center. Tennessee Brigade is still on this right side, kind of harassing a lot of CSA, that being HD and LFL. I mean, seriously, the amount of guys that are facing Tennessee Brigade it's like 2 or 3 to 1. And it's allowing the rest of their Union team to kind of hold this point really well. Davis Brigade, Jenkins Brigade, and I assume SR is here in the mix, are getting pushed back as the Union forms a great position here on the point of contention.
Cannon sight.
I don't know, did they run away? Or they just all
They're in the bush.
They were.
They were half.
Oh, yeah.
They're in the bush. Like Frenchie would say, they're in the bush.
Spread out the caissons.
It's the fucking boss.
Ah, find it. Ah.
I mean, the point really just being given to the Union team right now. And this is just beautiful.
Shoot that man.
CSA, oh my goodness. That's an unfortunate thing to miss. Good charge from CSA. It's really smart on their part. I mean, they should just turn around and go to point. Just keep going through as one possibility. Good wipe of the Tennessee Brigade. Fortunately missed that, but that can happen when the battle's strung out over a large area of the field. Let's see what these guys end up doing here. HD, some guys, they're heading towards point. LFL is still holding. Got FAMAS here. Let's go.
Désolé, une ligne. Les gars, on fait la ligne.
Double ligne. Un devant, un derrière.
On les prend dans le dos, on va arriver, on va prendre direction sud-est. On les prend le trapèze, on les prend de flanc.
That's the CSA just kind of probing. It looks like HD, for the most part, they're going to start pushing up and start engaging, maybe using some of these bushes and fences as cover, getting some nice flanking shots on the Union side. And again, so we haven't hit the 30-minute mark, so I don't think they can have bayonets equipped, even though the defending team hasn't hit engage. I know for at least when they first made the rules, CSA's capping. Oh crap, they are. Looks like A&V's not on point here. And HD is on point. We'll see if Union tries to hold the point. Killer's pushing forward here with his guys.
There we go, cap in the back. Keep up the independent.
And it looks like LFL's pulling up on the side as well.
We are surrounded.
This one's gonna hurt to the left. Holy shit.
Oh boy, LFL's about to fire any moment now. And I mean, A&V's just getting shredded in the open here. 9th Corps moving over to assist, but those guys are just falling out. You got 20th Georgia holding up on this side where I think Togray is currently at.
Let's go.
Togray's currently here with 20th Georgia pushing up as Union, the rest of the Union starting to collapse on point as they're surrounded, trying to use the caissons as cover. Union falling back on that side. Oops, I realized you weren't there, but yeah, Union's falling up on that side. Union basically surrounded here. If those CSA came out of the woods, it would really be over for them. And these guys going at 20th Georgia is just going to charge and try to wipe these guys as CSA recaps the point. But I mean, the Union did that exactly how they should have done. Flag bear's got to get out of there. Canada getting a good few pistol shots in before eventually going down. Rest of CSA probing. So we're a little over a minute, and then we will get bayonets in. But Union's still holding strong here. Respawns Tennessee Brigade. We haven't looked at them in a second, but
Nights down.
they're pushing up, trying to hit HD behind them.
Check.
And I think HD is probably going to back off. They are now because of it. We'll see if Union caps point again. It wouldn't be a bad idea. But a great cap from Union brought everyone's tickets down. Granted, their pace is slow still, but it can be difficult for them to have an effective pace.
Can I do us to suppress the cannons?
Yeah, please.
6 out, continue suppressing cannons, safe.
Oh god, I'm in.
Suppressing cannons. Counter battery. Let's go.
Enemies in west northwest, gentlemen, west northwest.
Focus south.
Dude, how are the bullets moving this case on
Got a couple 3 groups here. Looks like they're getting shot up, taking a couple hits, now they're falling back into the woods. And Union's capping the point of contention once again. 20th Georgia returning to this right side. Tennessee Brigade still kind of holding out on the right side with HD here and LFL pulling back in the woods as they do. Union's ahead on tickets. The thing is, though, is CSA's not really playing aggressive, so Union will probably have to cap point, and I think Union should. Hitting a good few there as HG's charging in 30 minutes, so bayonets and sprinting is now active, which you can see, which is what everyone's doing.
Stay together. Stay together.
No, that's rude. Come on, shoot that bullet. Yeah, be a pussy.
That guy's taking a long time to aim. He's still aiming. Why is he still? He's gonna shoot. He missed.
Draco, pull.
Union cap. My guy aimed for like a good 20-30 seconds.
We're delivering, boy. We're over the fence if you want some. Come on, yeah, you better run away. Hey, you better run away.
So winning there. A&V Killer's starting to push forward. They want this flag dead. Killer's missing his shot.
Get that flag. Kill him.
And they get the flag. More Union actually pushing up on the top as well. Actually, no, this is CSA. Close enough. You can see they're starting to fall back here as A&V is pursuing. They're a little out of bounds. Actually, no, Killer's just not by his group. Or maybe out of bounds. It says return to your regiment. Oh, yeah, no, they're out of bounds. So they're returning back to their side, trying to wipe a good few. This is great for the Union team. Very dominant in the whole field. 20th Georgia got kind of getting held back up here. And holy crap, the imbalance is a little favored towards CSA, about 14. They have 10 on artillery though, so if anything, it's only a couple man in balance in favor of CSA infantry rise. If CSA did not have any guys on artillery and they blopped up, then they could really deal some damage to the Union, but that was something. But I mean, CSA has kind of spread themselves out. Outside of this group, is this LFL? It is indeed. They're charging the rest of Toons Brigade.
Ligne ennemie sud.
C'est pas grave, c'est pas grave.
Don't kill him. Let him go. No.
Allez, revenez ici.
Ennemi sud.
I did not understand much, but I heard let him go. Then the no. But Hamas with LFL is pulling back to the point. CSA, or I guess Union rather, is pushing in to engage. A&V really is. They're getting in there right now. Union's enveloping CSA here with these shots as LFL kind of pulls out of this little area. Union's now charging through here. I will say it's very weird to see. It's really weird to see A and D on Union. It's catching me so off guard. More CSA pushing up, and that's the thing. Union is defeating these CSA groups in detail. Our good artillery shot, but yeah, I mean, you saw Tennessee Brigade get defeated in detail by LFL as a big old blob just wrecked them, and then LFL went in and Union blobbed up and massed it. So the blobs prevail. CSA down a lot. Union still holding. 9 or so minutes left on the counterattack. As some bangers are being dropped down here.
Enemies repositioning left and right.
So Union using the bushes, the straight fence, kind of holding in the open right. These Union guys on the right side are not on point. These guys here are at A and V. Looks like they're going to hit this far left side. 20th Georgia here, taking shots. So the intensity is definitely ramped up with Union capping the point. CSA has been drawn out more in the open. I think A and V is going to try to charge this. They are indeed. 20th Georgia is sitting and getting their reloads. I mean, they're able to get a couple of them off. Some Union falling back in the distance.
Damn good job, Canada.
Wow, 20th Georgia's holding a lot better than I would have anticipated. Oh, it's Sherpin's Brigade. They're not hitting on the side.
Assistance, please. Assistance. Assistance.
And Serpent Brigade should come in and finish the job. More Union pouring in as LFL is now charging in here. Artillery shot, perfect timing. I don't know if it killed maybe like 2 or 3 guys, but knocked down a lot, which is really good. Confederates are taking losses. Union's almost at it as well. If we look back to our other side, Union's charging in the side here. 9th Corps, 1st U.S. Sharps. Brilliantly timed on their part as some Union falling back, holding in, and Union prevail here. Oh, not yet.
Load and fire.
I think Union should hold this out in the end. 6 Alabama's up here trying to wipe the rest of them, get that flag. We'll see. The 20th Georgia kind of forming up on this side. I think Davis Brigade, HD is charging out these Toon Brigade guys, or sorry, Toon Brigade. Tennessee Brigade. And Tennessee Brigade has been wiped over and over and over again on this right side by numerous different groups. And CSA prevailing there pretty decisively. So Union, despite all, are holding point nonetheless. CSA, you saw 20th Georgia there. The rest of CSA kind of forming up on Maine a little far away. Actually, not that far away. I take that back.
Independent straight in front.
And Union are really trying to counteract CSA on this side, but I like this move by Serpent's Brigade. It's going to help their friendlies not get hit from behind, hopefully draw their fire from their friendlies to themselves. As Union's about to go down 2, taking losses.
And we fire from the rear.
Didn't kill a whole lot. Definitely knocked down a chunk. A lot overshot though. Union had taken losses though. As CSA I think is trying to creep onto the point here. As Tennessee Brigade going on their side again. I think they're more of a harassing force.
What y'all do is right here on the fence line. I want independent fire straight ahead. Line them up right here, TV.
On the fence line, independent fire.
As CSA respawns, starting to move in now as Union kind of hit them by that snake fence artillery hitting them. LFL.
nord-est,
Déploiement.
déploiement, c'est bon.
Tuez-les-moi. Plus bas, le drapeau.
20th charging in here against SB and First US Sharps. Very outnumbered. I think we might see a charge happening on that side. Never mind, they're just close to each other. 20th Georgia not really winning the charge, but a Union flag did run away as a result, and the rest of the Union, actually 20th Georgia pushed them off even though they didn't win. One flag goes down for Union.
Down on me. Let's wipe these boys off.
Shields down.
Tennessee Brigade seems to be the last Union force here.
TB, that was it. I cleared them. I cleared the last one. Alright, TB, I want y'all to the rear, boys. To the rear. On this new line right here. New line right here. New line right here.
Coming on that right.
New line right here on the fence.
And TV is holding CSA. If they want to cap now, they got to go before Union kind of gets moving here. 6 Alabama's moving out. Serpent Brigade looks like they're about to move out. A&V's moving out. But Union is still holding this point. You got 9th Corps up here as well. But if Union holds us for 3 minutes, they'll outright win the game. Even if they don't, they'll be in a great spot. A&V's, I think, just holding off to the side, reforming. CSA is, again, a lot of CSA just sitting back and shooting, which is not, I mean, they got to retake the point soon. And if they want to do that, they should have done it now before the Union gathers up here. Numbers have gotten a little better, not by a whole lot since we last checked. But I guess LFL is now moving up. You got 20th Georgia coming on the right side. I've always known that once the attackers take point as the defenders, your job should be to retake that point as quickly as possible. You want that black timer ticking. It's not ticking during a counterattack, and you're losing tickets, which is the worst thing in the world. Sure, you regain some, but you won't regain as much. If you don't know, when the defenders retake the point, they gain up to the percentage of tickets that the attackers are at. But obviously, the attackers are losing tickets the whole time too. So even though you might regain some, like CSA would definitely regain some if they retook the point, instead of them being at a high engage, which is what I think we were at when the point was first capped, we now will have a middle taking losses, which is bad. CSA charging through now. They're starting to take back the point, charging in on both sides. Union starting to slam the side. A&V is pushing up. Killer up in front here.
Tree, boys. Hit that tree. Hit that tree. Let's go.
You think he's going to hit the tree? As CSA Union starting to slam in here. Tennessee Brigade, rest of the Union pushing in here. As CSA forms a wall. CSA is about to hit breaking. Almost at a minute left. CSA overwhelming Union right now, it looks like anyways. CSA hit breaking. Confederates taking back the point. And Union flags essentially surrounded here. And, I mean, CSA are going to win the point back and regain a couple of tickets, but 29 minutes at breaking is phenomenal for the attacking team. This is, Union's played this very well. Very, very well. As Union team starting to reform at main spawn, we'll see where the Confederates opt to go as they retake. They're still stabbing going on. How's the team stab?
Hey, get this flag. Get this flag. Someone get this flag right here. Get this flag right here, someone.
So CSA retake, you saw they went up a little tickets, but I mean, CSA is going to have a really hard time. Actually, I don't think CSA can win unless the Union fumbles this really hard. Union could probably sit and shoot them down to last stand. I would expect on a one-on-one shootout for the attacking team to win. If we look at the ticket balance, per the pub officer Discord, which is just a Discord full of the officers in public matches and whatnot. I don't think it's publicly accessible. Hagerstown Turnpike has a ticket imbalance of 24%. So the attackers have 24% more tickets than the defending team. And speaking of defenders, Union for the most part pushing where they did at the beginning of the match. A couple groups going out the left, Union left. We got HD really pushing up on this side. LFL behind on this mound. A couple of dudes there. 20th Georgia shifting around. And then you got Davis, Jenkins, Brigades, and the SR holding back. Union, on the contrary, got Servants Brigade going on the left, kind of hitting the center. Tennessee Brigade, and the A&V nose is going down the right side. A&V knows what's up. I like the. Like it.
Showed aggression. Showed aggression.
Exactly.
Showed his teeth.
Excuse me.
Looks like friendlies are going straight towards the point.
Yeah, might as well help them.
Alright, gentlemen, left face.
And we just saw a beautiful moment of no Steam chat where they're like, "Oh yeah, our friendlies are moving the point. Maybe we should go." Yeah, Tennessee Brigade just kind of went right in there. I think Servants Brigade maybe or others. Nope, it's 9th Corps now pushing up. So Knight just getting aggressive here right away. Some CSA starting to converge. That's HD. LFL's moving in distance as well. But here comes A&V. They're hitting in. 6th Alabama slamming in on their side as LFL pulls up from behind. Tennessee Brigade pushing down the road. And Targray rip.
Oh, there's a dead rebel! There's a dead rebel! Tennessee, baby!
Davis Brigade, sorry, Jenkins Brigade slamming in here as well. And Tennessee Brigade gets wiped once again. Is the only group to hold back is 9th Corps and the A&V, not 6th Alabama. 1st US and Serpents Brigade are on that left side shooting, but tickets still relatively even. You could say they're in favor of CSA. So if you notice on the top left, you see Todd Gray's going to the Union side now. SR is balancing over to the Union side right now. A little confused when looking at that, but it makes sense. I mean, SR maybe has 4 guys. I mean, it's going to make it an 88 to 93, so that's not bad. So I guess we'll have 2 frontline reporters from the Union side. And Union kind of just getting shot off completely. That's the one upside to having some smaller regiments is that if you have imbalances, you can just swap them around. It works nice. So again, both frontline reporters now from the Union perspective.
Hey Jake, get in line, then get loaded, buddy. Let's go. You're good, brother. Alright, my bad, Jake.
So CSA kind of holding half their guys are holding further forward, the other half kind of staying back. DB, JB, HD kind of holding back. 1st US Sharp still on that far left side as Union is kind of pushing forward. Tennessee Brigade just going right down the middle with some A&V holding up on the straight fence. LFL officers here.
Regarde. Oh, attends, il va-t'en. Are you killer unit? Non, c'est pas les. Ils sont trop petits. J'ai vu une ligne d'une douzaine, pas plus. Une petite, c'est des skirmishers. J'ai vu sur la route, droite. T'as une petite descente. J'étais là. Il y avait l'entrée haut.
So A&V just trying to shoot down. Rest of the Union really is.
Mister, reste avec moi, Mister! ici, on n'est pas des femmettes. Allez, messieurs, gauche, gauche. Pour une avancée au simple
Although
quick.
CSA is ahead on tickets, Union's still in a great spot.
Straight down the road.
I mean, this is really what we're going to see for the next few minutes here.
Right at that bush to the south, gentlemen.
Right side.
Watch out, mama. Behind you. Come over here.
Because, I mean, in a one-to-one shootout, you're getting about even casualties. And the attackers have more tickets. And when you have even casualties, that's about an even amount of tickets. And so both sides going down at a similar pace. Confederates are going to go down quicker, and they'll hit last stand first. So not a bad strat for Union. Confederates, they just got to do what they got to do here. They got to try to push Union to the final push and avoid taking as many casualties as possible. 20th and LFL kind of taking a good fair amount of shots there. But, oop.
Hot barrel, boys, we got it. Keep knocking them down, boys.
4-second delay, boys. 4-second delay. Independent fire.
You heard the man.
So, I guess what we have, oh, what's happening over here? 9th Corps is pushing up. Oh, are they gonna, oh no. Rest in peace. Oh no. Was one of them even gonna make it? Well, they did get one kill. But on a side tangent, a great part about War of Rights is that the developers have made the whole map. This is all of Antietam here. You got Miller's Cornfield here. You got Nicodemus Hill. I think it's right over here. This is not Nicodemus Hill. Wait, I'm pretty sure that's Nicodemus Hill. I don't remember. Dunkard Church is right up over there. You can kind of see the house there. It should be dead center of your screen, but we'll be going out of bounds if we move too far that way. And then the Mama's farmhouse, you can only see it because it's on fire. And it's a beautiful map. Beautiful map indeed. And as we finish that up, Union's starting to push up on this right side. 10th Alabama portion of A&D is pushing up on the right here. Again, just trying to pick the pace a little bit, trying to end the round sooner. Ticket's still about even. This game bot is going in for many, many kills. As CS8 pulls further back, trying to get a little more cover. It's HD. I left out to the right.
Right here. Right, get right here on this line.
Actually, LFL's starting to adjust here to the push up here from A and B. See how good this valley is from them. HD kind of pushing up forward to help LFL, because if LFL's engaged, you might as well be engaged up there as well. Union still not pushing both sides, about to hit the final morale stage. Who will hit it first? It's too close to tell. Oh, they're going to charge in. They're going to try to knock with the last stand. They're the only ones going in. As this charge, Union hitting final push first. Confederates will hit it most certainly in a moment, but this is great for CSA. They won the charge as well. Union, if you don't know, Union basically has an infinite amount of tickets at this point. Tickets don't matter. So they keep spawning in all they want. However, you saw that black timer go down to a little over 2 minutes.
Holy shit. Skateboard. Fire at him.
Ninth Corps trying to knock them down now. Usually if there's a lag spike in my game, it means the side goes down. Tennessee Brigade now pushing up.
Dragons started jumping on
Steam
the back.
overlay, we love you. 20th Georgia here.
Get in their face, boys.
Fucking unload
Shoot them in the
on 'em,
balls.
boys.
Shoot them down. Shoot them down.
Both sides waiting to shoot as they get their reloads.
Shoot them down.
No waste, yeah. So they hit last stand. So last stand for CSA. Once they die, they can't come back. Once they hit last stand, if someone was dead, they spawn back in. So CSA technically has one full side left. As Union now pushing in. Confederates have to hold off for a minute. It's going to be difficult as CSA is pushing into the point as a team now. That's the only way they're going to be able to win is if they gather up as one big old blob and push in. 55 seconds left. Union holding up, forming a big old line here. Union slamming in as well. Got Targray for the Union side now.
Fuck the flag. Fuck the flag.
And Union overwhelming CSA on point. As last truck of respawns, LFL is moving in for the most part. That's who we got here. Despite, I don't know, CSA, I don't know. For what CSA had after Union retook and both sides were at a low bid taking losses, CSA did fine there. They just should have tried to recap those points quicker. I think that was really their only mistake. So we're going to get overtime here. Union has more bodies on point, and the clock hit 0. That's why it's overtime. But once they fully cap in a moment, it's going to begin.
Fuck you! Oh, fuck you! You're dead. Love you, Hugo.
So yeah, Union played that as good as you could have, right? You saw the pace was slow. You capped the point. You held it for a while. Did it a second time once they finally recapped. Push them down the last stand. Sure, you fell a little bit behind in terms of hitting that last stage, but you knocked them down. You won the game. That's really all that matters. Union did a heck of a job. CSA, I mean, I just think they should have tried to recap those points as soon as Union took them. Because the black timer stopped and everyone's losing tickets, which is not good for you. So, congrats to Union. Good, efficient win. With that all being said, we will see you shortly for round number 2. All right, here we are with round number 2. We look at the balance. It's pretty even. Thanks, SR, for switching over to the Union side. Confederates have about 7 on artillery. If you want to know where that's at, it's all the way over there. Point of contention located where this group of Confederates are at. But yeah, so again, both the frontline reporters are USA because Targray and SR, he switched from CSA to USA. It's appreciated for the sake of the balance. But here we go, Bloody Lane. Got Schumacher here. Glad to see he's still playing. And it looks like they're just going for a quick volley and then falling back. So Union got the good old 69th New York here with their bucking ball. Stacked a good chunk of guys on it. But normally Union strategy on a map like Bloody Lane is to push this left side, hit them with the bucking ball, and then push through the back side of the corn here. Obviously, CSA knows this. They're not really defending. Most of the time, CSA will just hold up on these fences here and also here and then go around up here to flank. So we'll see what they do. Union starting to push down. SB, First US, Sharps, the SR guys are pushing down this left side. You do have 9th Corps kind of holding in the center. And then I think A and V and Tennessee Brigade are pushing this right side. Killers just kind of going in. Remember, they can't have bayonets or sprint until the 30-minute mark. So CSA, on the contrary, you got Davis and Jenkins Brigade on this far left side for CSA. Pushing to the right side, you got HD with 20th Georgia and LFL. Union kind of falling back after getting a couple shots, but Union heavily outnumber the CSA on this side. They could really hit this if they really wanted to. You got Tennessee going that way with 6 Alabama approaching out here into the open, and now they're going to take some shots at the CSA who are there.
Straight south, boys.
Tennessee Brigade's actually going really far right. And CSA is starting to shift. Never mind, they're not. They're holding still.
Bring it left, boys. Bring it right here. I want independent fire. Straight down. Right into their backs. Right into their backs, boys. Right in their backs. Right in their backs, boys. Give them bucket balls.
Oh yeah, remember you have loaded bucket balls.
Some of these shots do not look like a bucket ball. But nonetheless, great maneuver by the Tennessee Brigade, getting on their side, hitting their shots. They're not going to pull out of this position, and CSA have nearly given up the point. Killers pushing down. They kill here with HD coming up on their left side.
Into the snake fence. Independent fire, left oblique, down the road. Straight ahead.
And so both sides kind of getting up close and personal with each other right now.
Did you get impression?
And Union really is just kind of claimed the whole battlefield right now. Outside of that right side, the Union hasn't really contested that. CSA not really moving over to this side as well. So this is a interesting so far. 6 Alabama's pushing over on this side now, trying to help. And you can see HD has kind of fallen back or gotten wiped. One of the two. Regardless, LFL is starting to push down this side. LFL starting to engage. Union Catholic Boy. I mean, we really might just see a repeat of what we saw last round. I mean, makes sense if Union is just going to cap, bring everyone's tickets down, and then repeat the process. I mean, it should go great for them. For all we know, they could hold the whole 20 minutes this time. Union, though, really pulling off the point. Union starting to push down this right side as well. 20th Georgia there to try to stop them.
Keep marching, boys. Keep marching.
And 20th Georgia falling back into the corn as these guys are meandering their way down the hill right now. Starting to go up on the snake fence here and take some shots at the 20th Georgia. CSA respawns, trying to push down the far left side, Union right.
Две колонны передо мной, давайте сделаем. Две колонны передо мной. По линии, две колонны. А, понял, не две колонны, линию. Слева от меня,
It's just very risky for CSI. Obviously, I mean, when Union has a position like this, it's going to be hard because wherever CSA pushes up, Union's going to have bucket ball and get just great shots on them. Union doesn't realize, though, that they're behind them.
Hey, behind us.
They're now starting to realize, and I mean, they might just push this. Nope, they're just going to sit and shoot. I keep forgetting they can't sprint, so it's not as easy. Just say, turn around and go. Could do the same, but it'd be obviously slower.
I bet Thomas, get on the fence, boys. You got an open.
So CSA only down a little bit of tickets though, and you see HD guys getting shot up entirely as Jenkins and Davis brigades pull back. LFL is pushing across the field again. This side's shot still kind of happening. 20 Georgia's kind of hiding in the corner as Union's going up and over on that side. LFL's going to try to hit A and P and the side.
Oui, c'est killer.
There's artillery. I'm hearing a lot of screaming from these dead guys here. Great shots here from LFL on Tennessee Brigade.
Pick that flag up.
I see the flag Killer, I see the flag moving to the west.
33 minutes left, a couple minutes till we get bayonets and sprinting. Davis Brigade holding further behind. With Jacobs. They're not pushing up.
Свободный огонь, когда выйдем на забор. Тишина.
And some charging here. A&D pushing up, getting close here with LFL. I mean, it's honestly a great chance for Union to get a lot of tickets down. You can see great shots here from A and B as they pretty much wiped that. CSA who just ran up, took some shots, and fall back, almost set engaged.
Alright, you guys shift right.
A and B does know.
Right, get up one.
Right.
There we go. Alright, you're fine.
Good job.
What?
Good job, boys. Good job.
Stop me! Hey, don't go any further left.
And Union have won this side as well. Looks like they pushed 20th Georgia off. Union is winning, and they're not going to stop winning. CSA trying to react. HD is going up over on Union far right. Union's waiting to cap here. They're probably going to wait to knock CSA down to engage, and we might see that in a moment with the brigades here pushing up. Oh, they just took it far. They look shocked that the Union's holding right there. And they hit engage. Let's see if Union caps.
Gotcha. I just opened the door and let you in the fire.
Live it up, 6. On game, bud.
Live it up, 6.
Move left, come on.
Stay right.
Down 6.
Go there.
So I heard tonight here, the Union doesn't want to cap, but I mean, Union have essentially won the whole map. Point going in Union's favor, though.
Laurence, tout permet
Tu vas où, Famas?
tambour
Famas, tu vas où? À droite?
Pourquoi t'as pris le... T'as aucune permission de le prendre, ce rôle-là. Et tu le fais très bien.
So Union cap point, I mean, it makes sense. This is going to be a real slow fight. But if Union holds for 12 minutes, and I definitely think it's possible. I don't recall if CSA has the option of getting Bucknball or anything else rather on this map. But we'll see how it goes. Union really all surrounding themselves around the point. SB and SR up here on this left side. Kind of pushing down the fence line right now. Returning to the left side, make sure they don't get hyper flanked. 6 Alabama's holding up behind. You got 9th Corps and A&B up here. And Tennessee Brigade pushed up to
TB all together.
got about 2 there. On these HD guys that are holding up over here. As rest of CSA is going to round hit this side. Great positioning from these Union guys here. I mean, we can kind of see what Todd Gray is seeing here.
Yep, there's movement front. Movement front. Here they come. Here they come. Go ahead.
And Union starting to take shots at CSA. And I like how CSA is trying to retake this. Looks like Tennessee Brigade is pushing up, trying to charge those guys out in the distance. As Union slowly gets beat back on this front. On the contrary, even numbers on this side. We're not at the 30-minute mark. They can't sprint and get bayonets. Both sides have a flag respawning a guy in every couple seconds or so.
Keep pushing.
Stevie, advance forward. Advance forward.
Point is going way down right now. CSA did win on that front. I think Union kind of fell back, holding there in the road.
Come on over here. Don't be scared. Come over on this side of the fence, boy.
It looks like HG is slowly going to be pushed out. On the other side, CSA is making gains. Very slowly pushing their way down this kind of field area here. The Union respawns over there. They're holding up fine and dandy this far side. It's kind of interesting. Talker's got a very wide, what's it called? Field of view. And you kind of see that when we last got to him, because what the devs do is it doesn't matter what your field of view is. So, I mean, you can kind of see it for us spectators too. We can change our field of view. But we can also change a lot of things like the saturation. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is the Civil War footage we need to see. Let's reset. That's close enough. We can make it colorful like that, but anyways, let's not do that anymore. We don't need to kill our eyes with that. Why is this? Something feels off. Or maybe I just that drastic quick change there kind of changed. Why does it look off? Ah, that's why the magenta was still off by a little bit. Okay, now it's fixed. That makes a lot of sense why it was off. But those Union respawns got white pushing up from main on that side. But yeah, the field of view, regardless of your field of view, whenever you go to aim, it auto shifts to I think 70, which is the default, which is what I currently have right now. So A and B kind of shifting up to this side. You got Davis Brigade kind of pushing up to the fence. Hitting close break, you got 9th Corps there as well. Tennessee Brigade taking shots from a far distance. I don't know how much they're hitting. But 6 Alabama's holding up here. 7.5 minutes left on the gold timer. If Union holds, they win the game. We can see what Killer's seeing down here on the road. Killer and others getting knocked down with artillery.
Hey, 9th Corps, your flag is letting them
Another one.
9th Corps, your flag is letting them spot us.
Kind of crazy how close that is to them. CSA's not really pushing this, just taking a lot of shots right now. 20th Georgia kind of shooting up the hill at these Union guys. You do have some CSA, I think HG respawned. They're not hitting that side again. They're just going to kind of go straight in here.
What are we doing?
And flank the Andy.
Be brave.
Yeah, stand it up.
Red, get into the fence, volley, and retreat.
On the right, boys, on the right, by the corn, in the corn.
I don't know how Killer's still alive. He's been knocked down like 3 times. But Jenkins, Davis Brigade now pushing up as well.
Alright boys, right face in me, get in the safe fence. Come on, show yourself, show yourself.
And they just ran off with their shots, so kind of gone from view for the Union. On the contrary, on the other side, we got Union pushing down here. Serpent's Brigade and SR, they're just getting wiped here by CSA. You do have the 1st U.S. Sharps holding up here. Hood's Division kind of pushing off. Tennessee Brigade now pushing in.
You have enemies right there, boys. Independent fire on them.
And I mean, when we cut to these like people playing the game, it's so cool to see what someone on the field sees versus what we're seeing up here, because we see a lot of things that they don't see, and stuff that's very obvious to us up here might not be so obvious to them down here. Like literally, when CSA was having guys here, these Union guys just can't. They just can't see them with the lot of corner. That's cool. But AMV is pushing out, trying to wipe HD. 5 minutes left on the gold timer. Jenkins Brigade is pushing over with Davis, as well as CSA hitting on this side. Very well coordinated. push. I don't know how on purpose these are for the sake that no Steam chat. I don't know if they sent messengers around saying, hey, X point charge. They might have, but kind of doubt. Union holding there, looking at the point. LFL, 20th Georgia up here, engaging with 6th Alabama. Union kind of holding off here. A mix of a charge here. Tennessee Brigade just falling a little back off the road. Getting some nice out of lines. Union's almost a whole morale stage ahead.
Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. They fell back. They fucking up.
And 6th Alabama, or I guess 9th Corps 2 is getting just shot up here. First U.S. Sharps going across the left side of the map. Confederates almost had taken losses here. 4 minutes left. Points going in favor of CSA. That's faster than a natural decap.
Killer. Got a huge line coming in.
Alright, up and over. Into the corner, Left face.
So yeah, they're going to try to hit the CSA. CSA know they're there though. And Confederates perfect pincer here on their part. Tennessee Brigade shifting on the top side of your screen, but A and B wiped off the field. He's trying to, oh wow, you even stab someone while they're down. Okay, that's good. Would CSA win this?
We don't have enough people. Our flag is down. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe get into Pizza Valleys here, boys. Into Pizza Valleys right here. I want independent.
Tennessee Brigade is really the only group. You have a chunk of Union over there, but Tennessee Brigade just getting wiped, completely overpowered. First U.S. Sharps this way. SB starting to push this way with SR going down the field.
Going into the cab.
First US, follow with. First US, first reload. That's enemy front.
I mean, they're just going straight in. They're maybe going to try to hold the point right now. They definitely have some time here to do it.
Hey, Johnny Red.
Point going back in favor of Union. They might hold this in the end. What a great pushing from Union on this side. Confederates are taking losses.
First team.
Hold the cab.
Hold first US. Eyes on the
And 2 minutes left on the clock. I mean, Union should try to pick up these flags. Tall Gray, the man himself, he's dead, doing that for his team. Jeez, these flag bearers are getting yeeted. More Union respawns starting to push down. You can see Killer. He's running his guys down here as Union's an opportunity to just outright win the game, which would be huge for their team. The Confederates starting to win. You do have HD pushing up on the flank of Union as JB and 20th and DB charging out onto this side right as the A&B nose is going in for a kill. CSA don't even know they're coming this way. I think CSA will win this, but caught him very much so off guard.
Stay away from the fence. Stay the fuck away
So
from the
even though the Union might have lost this counterattack, I mean, 9th Corps now trying to push in, but it's not going to be a whole lot. But pushing down your opponent to a low engage with 30 minutes on the clock is very good for your side. Union keeping up some engagement though. If Confederates hold, and they are, I mean, these are just great out of lines for CSA to kind of get ahead on tickets by a little bit. Every ticket matters.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So,
Up and over. Let's go. Let's walk over.
Knight's kind of going down the right side with his brigade. And the rest of the Union kind of forming up here at Main right now.
Gamebot, where are we going? Are we going left or right?
Go straight to the right of the big tree. Try to get our flag up.
On it.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. All right, TB. Everybody that has loads, I want into Pizza Valley.
I got it.
Peaks and valleys right now.
baby.
Tennessee Brigade going in again by themselves. Obviously, they spawned in a lot later than the friendly, so they made up known, but definitely could have seen them from up there. But they're going in, getting a couple kills on HD. Rest of CSA realizing what's going on. They're slamming this. Both sides might hit taking losses here.
Hey, Rebel, you ever ate a corn on top like a hot dog? Come here, boy.
Иди сюда. Shoot your fucking gun at your fucking fuck.
And somehow both sides still not taking losses. Keller's going to lead his guys down this side. 20th Georgia really the only groups down here trying to stop this.
Zigzag!
Keller,
Zigzag!
the zigzag did not work.
Back from the fence. Back from the fence.
Step away from the fence.
Come here.
And Confederates are the first to go to taking losses. Union will hit it probably in a moment. Maybe not. They do not.
The down. On game box,
Get on game box, 6.
And Union just pushing down the side as a team. If they go up in the corner, which we can see the 6 Alabama doing, this will be very good for Union side.
Put some smoke up. Put some smoke up.
Some of the fastest matches of War of Rights that I've seen have been on Bloody Lane just because of Union strategy. You got Serpent's Brigade kind of going down this side here. As let's look at the Confederate defense. LFL kind of holding down in the middle of the road. Jenkins, Davis Brigade holding up on the right with HD holding in reserve. Union taking some time to reform. They still got guys coming from Maine. I think Tennessee Brigade is going to go join their friendlies on the left with 9th Corps as well. And here goes Union. They're going to start the push. Gamebot leading the way down the corn as HD kind of pulling to the left of LFL. When Jenkins and Davis Brigade, this is very suspect. But 6 Alabama's going to kind of hit this right now. As Jenkins and Davis Brigade kind of hanging on this right side. 6 Alabama's going to be slowly shot out. Shifting viewpoints here. Jenkins Davis just running up, getting shots, and then falling back on their side. 6 Alabama charging. Very much outnumbered. But they're doing some damage. CSA holding. Is this the 20th Georgia? Yeah, it is. Coming in from respawn.
That's Confederate flag straight ahead of you, boys. Spread it out, take aim, direct straight ahead. Dick high, Tennessee. That's that big ass line, Tennessee. All together. Loads, boys.
So 20th Georgia, I don't get the move on this personally. Again, Confederates, they're gonna have a hard time with Union in the position that they're at, and they're spread out. Gives a great chance for Union, who's definitely more blobbed up, to defeat in detail.
Take aim, direct straight ahead, chest high. Tennessee, take aim. Tennessee, all together. Fire!
So Jenkins and Davis Brigade pulling up again, just taking shots and falling back. 20th Georgia is going to get behind A and B, and they don't know. Uh-oh.
Behind us. Above face.
Very lucky timing that A and B didn't fire here, because now they have all their loads. Holy crap, I haven't seen luck like that. The turnaround, too, was great.
Oh, they gone. They ran away.
That's it. That's
Careful,
it.
don't run in the corner. Don't run in the corner.
Don't run into the corner. You will be shot on sight if you run into that corner. Larry don't understand English.
So Union getting ahead on tickets. Great on their part. But Union did kind of get shot up in the open on this front, as now A and B knows that they're going to try to win this game. Killer almost, he's at level 99, holy crap.
Oh, you're right.
Hands almost at the big 100. Alerting
Dig into the
A and
fence
B.
right here, gentlemen. Independent fire. Street on the fence.
Officer, right in the face. He's dead.
Hello.
Hold. One man for tip, one man for tip.
And A and B's just slowly pushing down the fronts, getting good shot. Jenkins and Davis Brigade are just terrorizing those guys back there. You got first U.S. Sharps here to the right side. Points going in favor of Union right now. A and B is kind of turning around right now. Again, Union can't go too far into the corner back here, which is why CSA is kind of holding there. It's safe for them.
We held as long as we could. Venom was with us for a little bit, and then we just three of us. Northwest.
Pretty long shot, but
Open 6. Check your fire.
But here we go. CSA really falling back off the point. LFL is now pushing forward. 20th Georgia seems to have reformed with them. HD sitting behind. Jenkins and Davis Brigade just holding out in the corner.
Ну вообще.
Все готовы, да?
Да. И налево
Отлично, всё.
теперь. Теперь налево повернулись. Мы готовы выходить теперь.
Сейчас. Давайте подождем, пока типа тики там нормально. Слушайте, я
Теперь у вас,
выстрел налево
блядь, линия. Теперь у вас линия.
Holy crap, CSA is pushing up. This is catching me off guard. Alpha is pushing up. You have a Union group way up top on the corner. You can see him on the top left of the screen there. But AMD is going to try to slam in here, and I mean, this is great for Union. LFL, again, your point for the defenders is try to get that black timer down and avoid taking tickets, but LFL pushed up here, maybe thinking they outnumbered the Union, but Jenkins and Davis Brigade now roll up here, and honestly, that CSA are probably going to win this, which is maybe why they push forward, but LFL's not pulling back. Union are going to wipe this, but Tennessee Brigade going off on the right by themselves, pulling back, but somehow A&D holds there. CSA really, I guess, didn't want to go up and over.
Let's get these bastards on breaking before we take point, eh?
nope, not now. Later.
First US over here.
So Confederates just waiting for Union to push now. Union wanting to push the Confederates to breaking, which is their next morale stage, and then they'll cap point and win the game. But we'll see what Union does next. Union could keep pursuing this. There's plenty of Confederates. You got 20th Georgia up here. Let's see, Tennessee Brigade still kind of sitting back there.
Right here, behind me, boys. Stay behind me.
So Union just kind of sitting back shooting. This has really been a repeat of last round, except just on a different map.
One shot, Hordy, one shot.
A and B is pushing down. This 10th Alabama is. I guess 1st Alabama's here as well.
They're on that parallel fence.
Oh my god.
Dig in right here, gentlemen. Independent fire. Bucket ball.
So LFL holding up, being able to reform. More Union pushing around the top side. Union pushing up really in a lot of places right now. 10th and 1st, Alabama get white, but 6th Alabama now pushing in here. Again, they're trying to push CSA down to breaking before they fully cap.
Pull back on me, keep pulling back.
CSA just trying to stop that from happening. I don't know if it will, especially with LFL concentrated. 20th Georgia pushing up. Jenkins Davis on the right side pushing up, taking shots. You got Tennessee Brigade pushing up the middle.
Hello? What? Sorry?
Taking shots. Point is on natural decay right now. We've got SR and Serpents Brigade pushing up now on this right side. Point going back in Union's favor very slowly. CSA is very close to hitting breaking.
Flag down.
Point still on natural decay. Is this HD? Yeah, the few HD guys starting to that survive that are pushing in through here. Still not at breaking. There they go. They hit breaking.
Advance forward to the snake fence.
Let's go, snake fence.
Union starting to converge here on point. Confederate artillery hitting short. Point going in favor of Union. If Union capture, they win right here.
Scrum slide right. Stay over there. Keep the space.
Confederate, holy crap, that's really short. CSA have not really contested this yet. They got to go up and over. Try to get in if they want to do this. And here they go. LFL in the 20th Georgia now pushing in. It might be too late. And it just really matters. Bodies on point. It's slowing down, going back in favor of CSA right now.
Ready to move.
CSA is still winning this right now. A fair amount of Union holding back here. Off the point, still in CSA's favor. Union about to hit breaking. There they go, they hit breaking, but Union still ahead on a good amount of seconds. A lot of Union holding back off the point. Steam overlay is nice. And Confederates holding this very, very well so far. I mean, Union's getting 3 guys in here every 5, not anymore, but they were.
How dare you die?
Union keeping up pressure here with these shots on CSA, keeping them up. 6 Alabama's kind of holding on those mini rocks for cover. Even if Union doesn't win this, they'll definitely knock Confederates in the last stand. You can see how decently fast the Confederates are going down. Point tinkering back and forth between Union and CSA.
Good job, boys. Keep fighting, boys. Good job, boys. Come on, boys. Hot barrels.
Point going in favor of nobody. Union now. And Union is just slowly overwhelming, right? Confederates did not wipe the flags out, and they just kept respawning dudes in, getting it quickly. You had some spawns from Maine come in. Union having that fucking ball is insanely great. And point going drastically in favor of Union. We do have some CSA trying to flank around the side. That is the Davis and Jenkins Brigade. A point going majorly in favor of Union's favor. Confederates charging in. They should have done this with when they were winning that, but now I think too late for CSA to really do something. 6 Alabama now charging in off the rocks. And Confederates now at last stand. Union artillery hitting. And Union's gonna wipe. The CSA does try to hit him on this side as well. So Union completely wipes CSA off of here. All these CSA guys that die, they don't come back. So again, we just witnessed the same thing that we saw last round.
Make sure it's capturing. Make sure it's
But
capturing everybody.
I mean, yeah, heck of a win. I'm part of Union. I doubt CSA is going to be able to win this. Union's not even close to final push. And this is the last CSA wave. Now starting to push up.
When they come, it's important to step off the fence when they charge. When they charge, step off the fence.
And here comes the last hurrah for the CSA.
Back off the fence.
Point teetering, but it won't be teetering for long. A fair amount of Union holding off the point on the far side. Point going back in Union's favor as the last of the CSA get wiped here, trying to take the point. Yeah, Union wiping CSA on point. They finally win. Only last couple of guys as they respawn who looked AFK and the artillery, but that is the round. I mean, we basically just witnessed two of the same rounds, except on different maps. Really well done on part of the Union. Again, capturing the points, stopping the black timer, bringing everybody's tickets down. They held up for a very long time, which is very good. And they just knocked the CSA down and won. They did this a lot better than Hagerstown. I do think Bloody Lane is more favored to Union, which that just makes sense. But real good 2-0 win from the Union today. Very impressive on their part. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, you can check out our description of this video where you can get live broadcasts of everything we can do, everything we do. You can advertise your regiment. You get raw gameplay footage of events with no commentary and UI. Kowtow's broadcast of the other server will be in the pinned comment if you want to check that out as well. But I hope you enjoyed this nonetheless. Give feedback and other stuff in the comments if you'd like. But we appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful rest of your night. See you in the next one.